Does your roommate sound like a woman?
Well, I mean, it's me and my fiance who's at work right now, and then it's her brother and his girl. Yeah, her brother and his girlfriend. But his girlfriend's here.
I heard a girl laughing, so yeah, so it might be that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, who's ready to start?
I'm always ready to start.
Yeah. Are you ready to start the fire?
No.
It was always burning as the world's been turning.
No, I don't. They don't need me to start any fires. The world's already fucked the way it is.
I was working on my art. So
there it is. I couldn't see it because the glare, but what is it? Blue Gogeta?
It's Blue Gogeta, yeah. Same blue. But I'm going to stop it, so get ready for the stream.
Yeah, because I'm already recording.
What the flips, man? What the hell?
Well, Omni is like
me.
off in a daze.
I live in a daze.
All right, so what's going on, guys? How you guys doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah,
pretty good. A little tired, but I'm alright.
Man, you're either tired or you're sick. Look,
no, just a little tired because I woke up at at 6 in the morning. So
yeah, one or the other.
Well, I wake up early too. You know, I took my kids to school and.
Well, that's you.
What time did I go to sleep last night? I went to sleep late last night.
Yeah, you streamed late last night.
I did.
Not to mention, I'm gonna stream tonight, but I just don't know what should I stream. I don't want to do Last of Us.
Keep streaming Spider-Man.
I already finished Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Find something else. Find whatever you enjoy to play. Maybe there's some games that you haven't played yet, and you know.
I know which one to do, but the thing is that I'm gonna stream Pokemon, but like I'm already near the end of the game, so it doesn't have to be from the start at least.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It'll be just a chill stream.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, I enjoy playing Pokemon.
Omni, what's going on in your life? What are you up to on your channel?
Still working my way through Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
How are you enjoying it?
I'm actually like, so I've said this before to a few people. It's a great game. Like fundamentally, it's a love letter to the fans. That's what it really is. Are there glitches and bugs in it? Yes. Is it a perfect game? No. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. Honestly, I'm enjoying it. The combat's fun. The story's really well, and they've actually added a lot of fun stuff in it, and some cheeky comments too. Like in the last live stream, there was a moment where Goku sees Launch for the first time during the Android saga, and he literally says, "Hey, Launch, what? Did someone forget about you?"
Oh, that's messed up. That's messed up.
I'm just like, I'm enjoying it because there's like cheeky moments like that.
It's pretty meta.
It is.
Ronnie,
because Akira's very forgetful.
You didn't get Kakarot, right?
Not yet, man. I don't have the funds.
Okay. Well, I think I remember you saying you wanted to get it though.
I do want to get it. I mean, I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. But I don't have the money to do it right now. So.
All right. What else, Omni? Are you still playing Destiny?
So right now I took a small break from Destiny. I got to get back on it though this week because I got to finish up getting my first title. In the game, you can earn titles that go underneath you, like your screen name and all that stuff. It's sort of a trophy, if you will. So I'm trying to get my first ever one in the game. So I got a few more things I got to finish up before the season ends in a few weeks.
Have you played Outer Worlds?
Yeah, I have.
Did you?
I've always wanted to play that.
I didn't remember if you played through it or not.
I didn't play it completely through it, but I did play it. I had to stop playing it because it was on my Xbox Game Pass, and that ran out for a little bit.
Oh, I got you. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Ronnie, well, go on.
But yeah. No, I said outside of Destiny, outside of that, just been honestly, I went to the Twitch Atlanta meetup yesterday.
Oh, so how was that?
That was pretty dope. It was a lot of fun. I mean, not yesterday, sorry, it was Saturday. But it was a lot of fun. I got to hang out with my friend Shinigami. We talked more about our future charity stream that we're planning to do this year. Hung out with Pilk and just had a good time, honestly. Mingled.
Dude, you know what makes me sad? Like in Florida, we don't have something like that. As far as I know,
Twitch Florida.
I've looked for it. I haven't been able to find it. I don't know. Maybe you can find it for me, or if you've got like somebody who might know about it. I haven't been able to find it, and I would love to be able to go to something like that and interact with local people.
Well, that explains it. There is a Twitch Florida page, but it's got 15 followers and no tweets.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
They're inactive.
That's probably what I saw as well.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks. I'd like to be able to interact with local streamers and stuff like that.
I mean,
because then I could meet up with Ronnie and we'd go and like meet up with.
You can always interact with Georgia people.
You guys are too far.
You know what? We can always move you up here.
You guys are too far. It's not like you're right around the corner from me. You're like a 6-hour
I know.
drive.
I can't help it. Florida's a really long state.
Actually, it took me longer to drive through Georgia than it did to drive from where I live to get to the state line.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
We were driving through Georgia, I want to say 9 hours.
Yeah.
And from the Georgia Florida state line to where I live, it's about 6, maybe 7 hours. It was a long drive. Anyways, Ronnie, what's going on with you? What are you up to on your channel and stuff? You've been live streaming a lot recently, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah, man. I feel very accomplished. I'm proud of myself, I gotta say. I've been able to complete an entire game for the first time on my channel. That was Spider-Man. And then I'm playing The Last of Us, but then I took your advice on like slowing it down so that way I can just finish it slowly before the release of the sequel. And I'm planning on playing other games on my channel, just to play games. And also, on occasion, I'll probably just do chill live streams where I just doodle and draw, and I can just mirror my iPad to my PC, and then people can see it on OBS.
Drawing streams are fun. I've done one.
They're nice. They're really fun to do, man.
People like them. I actually had a good turnout for a drawing live stream I did. And
I should do your drawing live stream.
I like on a drawing pad, like a legit
Wacom
sketch pad. No, a sketchbook. I have sketchbooks.
A paper. Did you aim the camera at the sketchbook?
Yeah. I aimed the camera at the sketchbook. Yep.
Oh, and then you spoke as you were like doing that?
Yep.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. See, that made me want to get a second camera. I think I might invest in a second camera just for that. Or not just for that, but for other things too. Like when I used to do card pack openings, I've always wanted to have a second camera to be able to do stuff like that. But other than that, like what else? Do you have any plans? What you're going to be streaming besides like Last of Us 2, or nothing planned yet?
I do want to stream Dragon Ball Z Kakarot when I get a chance, and stream some more games. Maybe perhaps some indie titles.
Oh, that'd be nice.
on my Nintendo Switch, because they're always fun. They're very chill. Indie titles are very like underrated, and they need a lot of attention.
Did you ever play Celeste?
No, but I do want to play it. I know what it is.
That would be a good one for you to play, because I mean, you enjoyed playing Hollow Knight, so you definitely enjoyed playing Celeste.
Yeah. I love Hollow Knight, and I want to get the sequel.
The sequel?
Yeah, the sequel to Hollow Knight's coming out.
They're making a sequel? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought they just did DLC and that was it.
No, there's a sequel coming out.
I'm going to have to look that up. Anyways, as for myself, I've been playing too much Resident Evil. I've been having legit Resident Evil dreams.
Oh wow, that's what happens, man.
It's been bad. Like or last night I had a really bad one. Like there was some outbreak that killed off the entire world population except for 10% that was immune to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it like the 10% of the population of the world that was left like split off into like different little colonies that they made, and like it was crazy. It was a crazy ass dream. Like the infection then was carried by mosquitoes, and if the mosquitoes would bite you, like the people who were immune to it, they wouldn't get infected. But if they were bit enough by the mosquitoes, like on their arm, for example, it would start to cause necrosis on their skin.
Ugh,
and yeah, it was like one of those dreams that it gets really vivid. You ever have one of those dreams where it's like, you
vivid.
feel like it's right there, and you're like, oh my god, what the hell?
Yep, been there.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry I didn't mean that. I don't want to sound like I'm changing the subject. The sequel's called Hollow Knight Silk Song, and it comes up February 14th. So I think I'm going to play Hollow Knight on my stream just to get prepared for the sequel.
And that's not a DLC?
No, it's a sequel.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up because I really enjoyed Hollow Knight.
Yeah, definitely.
So, anyways, topics for today. We're gonna be talking about all of these delays that have been going on with video games, and why
massive trend.
Yeah, why it's a good thing. I don't see it as a bad thing, really. I see it
definitely not.
As definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, I asked Omni to put together a list, and it doesn't look like it's in a specific order.
Oh, Animal Crossing.
No, it's not in a specific order. It's just how they ordered it on the website that I got it from.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I was
thinking about putting a delay on that, but
ha 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 ha.
I'm sorry.
So we'll go from the bottom list moving up because that looks like how you ordered it, or you organized it somewhat.
I guess I don't know.
All right. So on the bottom of the list that Omni has is Animal Crossing and Doom. They were pushed back from 2019 to 2020.
As we know, they're both March 20th of 2020.
Oh, so they have a legit date.
Yeah, they come out on the same day.
I'm excited.
Animal Crossing and Doom
it's such a chill game.
come out on the same day.
That's Doom Eternal, right?
Yes.
See, I would be more excited for Doom than Animal Crossing, just because like I've never been into the Animal Crossing franchise.
Such a chill chill thing to play, man. It's so awesome. I love
I'm sure it is. I mean, it's got a huge following. It does.
Of course.
I've just never been big
Notice
on
me,
it.
senpai.
It's just really funny seeing like a really colorful children's game coming on the same day as
Doom.
As fucking
Can you
Doom.
imagine putting like the villager beside like the Doomslayer guy, and like he's like holding a gun, and the villager's like, all have.
Oh, it just has a net.
Is a net with crazy murder eyes and like spoon for hands, like.
That'd be great. But yeah, that was the start of it. That was the start of the big. We're gonna delay every game from here until next year.
I'm calling it Doomslayer for Smash.
No,
DLC character.
not happening.
It's gotta that'd be hilarious.
I mean, they already have the next 5 characters planned out already.
I think he would have like a similar attack base to like let's say
Samus.
Samus. Yeah. And like he would have like the motion of like let's say Ganondorf, where like he would have the same kind of jump.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't
That'd
play
be
Smash,
interesting.
so that's kind of
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've never not never. I used to play Melee and Brawl, but then after that, I kind of just stopped.
Got stale.
Yeah, I mean, it's better when you have people to play with.
I know. Excuse me.
So then we got Last of Us 2. This one was a big one for me.
I like this one.
It was originally going to come out in February. I don't remember when in February. I want to say it was around Valentine's Day week.
And, wait, for what?
For Last of Us 2.
Oh, yeah, Last of Us 2. Yeah, it was February. That's all I was able to find.
So it's got pushed back to May 29th, which I'm okay with because it kind of gives me time to enjoy other games that are going to be releasing at that time. But I mean, they said they had a lot of tweaks to adjust in the game, but I don't know how much that's true as opposed to maybe they just didn't want to compete with some of the other games.
Maybe they're preparing for a remastered for PS5.
No. Because the thing is,
well,
like,
it's gonna happen.
PS5.
Like, I think it's gonna happen.
No, I don't think. Honestly, I think we won't be seeing remasters of PS4 games. This is just me speculating, and the reason is because
they look so good already.
Yeah, the graphics are already there. They can just enhance them with patches these days instead of doing an HD port of it. And then the other thing too is if it is backwards compatible with PS4 games, then there's no reason to do an HD remaster at that point. It's not like a
because you just play a PS4 game in the PS4,
right? And then
the system itself can enhance it,
right? Exactly. It will upscale it, similar to how a PS4 Pro upscales the games currently. So I think the HD remasters will pretty much die with PS4, like.
All thanks to patches.
Yeah, because you can patch the games. Unless they were gonna bring like an old school game from like PS2 era, then that's different. Or even PS3. Even PS3. Yeah.
I just had this idea of also replaying New Game Plus one for God of War on my channel.
I never finished playing God of War.
I finished it now. I never finished New Game Plus, but I want to do it now.
I didn't even play God of War.
No, it's good. I never got into the hype of it like that other people had for God of War. To me, God of War is just kind of there.
Me either, but I bought out of curiosity, and I don't regret that decision.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
It's a good game. I enjoy it, but to me, it was not Game of the Year for me. Just like there were so many other games that were better, in my opinion, that I had more fun playing. But again, that's a personal preference.
Right.
Also, so Dying Light 2. I never played the first one. Did you play the first
Me
Dying
either.
Light? No?
I played the first Dying Light.
Did you enjoy it?
Very repetitive of a game.
It
was very repetitive. Yeah, it was very it was a lot of go here, fetch this item, go there, kill zombies, hardcore parkour while killing zombies.
Is Dying Light like a games of service or type of game, or is it just like a single player experience?
No, it was actually it does have multiplayer in it.
Okay.
You can team up with up to 4 other people and play the game.
Okay.
Sort of. It honestly was like a more realistic version of Dead Island.
See, I didn't like Dead Island. Did you play Dead Island?
I played and beat Dead Island.
Did you enjoy it?
Again, it got very. It's like any other zombie game, like something like that, where you're actually like it's normal zombies, like all that stuff. It's like it's repetitive. Like
Yeah,
it's a lot of it's just a lot of fetch quests.
A lot of open world zombie games are very repetitive. They can get a little stale soon.
I mean, I remember when Dead Island released and they were marketing it like as if it was Fallout but with zombies. And I was like, okay, that sounds cool. And then when I played it, I'm like, it's not really Fallout because Fallout actually had more story and everything to it.
Exactly.
Dead Island just kind of felt
But yeah,
dead for me.
yeah, that one's actually the most interesting one for the pushbacks because they were like, they had a spring 2020 release, and everywhere I've looked up, it's back on the to be announced table.
Who's the developer for Dying Light 2? You want to look that up really quick while we're talking about the other stuff? Because I don't recall who the devs for
Techland.
Who the fuck is Techland?
Dying Light 2 is an upcoming survival horror action role-playing game developed by Techland and published by Square Enix.
Oh, okay, all right. So it's the Square game getting pushed back.
I'm glad that these
another Square Enix game getting pushed back, but we'll get to that later.
What's that, Ronnie?
I'm glad these delays are happening. It gives us time to save up and also prepare, for these games. Because, I mean, I really rather prefer a game that's been, developed carefully, and I prefer developers to take their time with these games rather than to rushed out product.
Yeah, I see. I would say that for the most of them, the only one on this list, which we'll get to in a second, is Final Fantasy VII Remake, where I don't feel like that one actually legit got pushed back for developmental reasons, because it only got pushed back for a month, unlike some of the other games that got pushed back a couple months or like 5 months for some of these other games.
Yeah, but what do you think it could be for Final Fantasy VII?
I think it has.
We didn't hear about it for years after the announcement.
No, but I think it has probably a lot to do with competitive reasons. Maybe it wanted to be in more of a competitive state to push against maybe like Capcom, because Capcom's releasing Resident Evil 3 Remake the week before. So
nice.
Like Square didn't announce Final Fantasy VII Remake's delay until after Resident Evil 3 Remake got announced. And that's why I feel like they kind of like threw themselves in the middle of Resident Evil 3 Remake and Cyberpunk 2077, like Cyberpunk's original release date, because they wanted to like damper the sales of their competitors at the time. That's what I feel like. We'll never know for sure, but for me that was a big deal. And there's more to that story too now, because I don't know if you guys are going to play Final Fantasy VII Remake or not.
I mean, I will, because I enjoyed Final Fantasy VII when I was younger.
Okay.
I remember playing through it. I've never played a Final Fantasy game before.
Okay. Final Fantasy VII is actually the only one I've ever actually completed.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right. So, Final Fantasy VII Remake, those who have pre-ordered the game through Square Enix's website because of the collector's editions, we all received emails. And so we have to confirm that we want to keep our pre-orders because of the delay. And like in the emails, if you don't respond by the 28th of February, you're going to get your pre-order canceled. And it's like, okay, so now I got to jump through hoops because you guys decided to push it back a month. And I mean, I don't have a problem with that, really.
That's inconvenient.
Just a little bit. I mean, all you have to do is
push a button. Why is it that like why is it our responsibility to respond about a game that's been delayed? If we purchased it already, couldn't we just like, let's just say if they don't respond, they can just assume that we will be okay with the delay. We'll just
I mean, they didn't. Honestly, they didn't need to send out that email, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I feel like they did it just because so many people complain about everything these days, and they want to give them like a way out type of deal. You know,
Couldn't they just cancel the order? I mean, it is a pre-order, and the game's not even out yet. So couldn't they just cancel it?
Yeah, I mean they could, of course. I mean, like I could always just go to the Square Enix website and cancel my pre-order for it. So I mean, and here's the other thing too. Okay, so a lot of people when they push back Final Fantasy VII Remake, a lot of people were pissed off because they're like, oh, I scheduled my vacation time around the release of the game, so that way I can play it for a week and you know not have to worry about work and stuff like that. I mean, I get that. I've never done that. I know Omni, you've done that.
For Destiny multiple times.
I know you've done that. I've never done that. Ronnie, have you ever done that before?
Done what?
Where you like you take your vacation time to be able to play a video game or like do something that was really important to you that
I've never dedicated a vacation time from work to play a video game.
Okay.
Like the only times I've done that's just to go out of the city and go out of town, like to CPU or go out and go to Fort Myers or Disney or whatever.
I've done that. I've done it a few times. I've done it a few times for Destiny. A lot of them. The reason it's not like I take a week off for it. No, I usually take like a day or like a day.
I don't want to be a hermit turtle, I don't want to be a hermit.
No. I usually just take like the first day off to enjoy the content. That's what I've done for most Destiny drops. Now that I'm lucky enough to have Tuesdays off consistently,
right,
I actually get to enjoy all the Destiny content when it drops now. I don't have to worry about that.
Nice.
But I remember actually to just go off on this part here, like just about taking off. Like I remember taking off from work when Destiny the Taken King dropped, which was oddly enough 2 weeks before I moved to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember setting up my 58-inch TV in my bedroom when it was a living room TV. And I had my laptop. I was talking to Courtney while we went to bed. I woke up because we used to stay in contact through Skype.
Right.
And that's how we used to keep our relationship going when we was long distance. And we would just do the video chat on because it was either her internet would die or my internet would die throughout the night, whatever happens first. And one night it didn't happen. I woke up, I was sitting there. She's still sleeping. She wakes up to go to work and she just starts laughing. She's like, "You actually woke up at 4 a.m. to play a video game?" I'm like, I was up 4 a.m. doing the update, sitting there on my PS4 in my bed, just covered up in blankets, playing the Taken King.
Nice.
Dedication, baby.
That is dedication. Yeah, no, I've never taken time off for a video game release before. I mean, I get it. People are excited, so they're upset now that they're wasting their vacation time if they can't reschedule it. I completely understand that. To me, though, I just it's not something that I would do. And like I love video games, but that's not something I would do.
Yeah, me either, man. It's not worth it. I'd rather do something productive.
Yeah.
I mean, video games are fun and all, but not worth your vacation time.
Yeah, I would. If I'm gonna take my vacation time, I'm gonna go on vacation.
Yeah, I want to go out.
I mean,
do something vacation-like.
Yeah, and that's why I only take the 1 day off. If it's for a game release, I usually want to take the 1 day off. My vacation's in May when I go to MomoCon. So
a staycation is not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna take like a week off of work or whatever, I mean, I make my own schedule now, but from before, like if I was gonna take a week off of work, yeah, I would be going out of town, with the family and doing stuff like that. But anyways, let's go to the next one because I know that Omni was excited for this one.
I'm actually heartbroken on this one a little bit.
Ronnie is kind of, which is weird. I would think that you would, out of all of us, would have been excited for this game, Avengers.
Nope, I'm not because a few reasons: the lack of marketing, the constant delays. The game itself just doesn't look good, and I'm not excited for it.
Well, it's funny because the last podcast that we did, where we had Allie and we were talking about Pokemon, I asked you guys how much marketing had you seen of Avengers, and everyone was like, we all said none. And then
I've seen the outside. The only things I've seen for that were here and there, like reveals of the characters and how they somewhat play.
Right, I've seen gameplay of it.
Like that was all shortly after E3.
Yeah, I'm not excited
and
for it.
And so, and then like a couple days after we did that podcast, they announced the delay, which was a huge delay. It went from May 15th to September 4th.
Yeah, which is saddening to me because I just said, my vacation is in May for MomoCon. And
Oh, so you
MomoCon is
were
the
planning it out.
I was planning. So all I was planning to do this year was take from the 15th to the June 1st because I get a little bit extra hours. I usually take 2 weeks off because it's my birthday week. And I was planning to start May 15th when it dropped and play all the way to MomoCon, which is the 21st, and then play it when I got back. And now they're like, luckily enough, I didn't put that in yet because my PTO doesn't come available to March. But it's like, I'm like, I had a plan and you ruined it.
Wait, Omnitoast, where do you live?
Georgia.
Do you ever go to SuperCons or MegaCons?
Not usually. My main ones are usually MomoCon and DragonCon. Well,
All right,
DragonCon's for a
SuperCon-
day.
SuperCon is earlier this year. It's in May instead of July or June.
Yeah, I go to MomoCon in May, and then actually I do sometimes add in now that they brought it to Georgia. In June they have Ranger Stop here now too, just like they do in Orlando.
Oh, do they?
Nice.
Yeah, the Ranger Stop is in Orlando every November.
That's actually pretty cool. Like you got a Power Ranger convention over there.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's Ranger Stop and Pop Convention.
Oh, I gotcha.
But it's a branch off from the actual Ranger Stop from Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
You're a Rangers fan? Power Rangers fan?
He's a huge Power Ranger fan.
No, whatever gave you that idea. I have a full suit. Yes, I am.
Very nice.
But yeah,
$1,200. That was part of a $1,200 suit.
God damn, that's expensive.
It's
damn.
screen accurate.
Hey, that's what a fan would do. So yeah, did you meet any of the original Power Rangers cast from the 90s?
I have so I've got the issue zeros of the Boom Studio comics framed up. I have every signature but Amy Jo Johnson's right now.
I want to meet Amy Jo Johnson. That woman is life. My God.
And of course the original Yellow Ranger I'll never actually get because she passed away in 2001.
She died in a car accident, right?
Yeah.
What about the second generation?
As of right now, the second generation, I have Aisha signed on the Yellow Ranger comic, and that is actually it right now because I haven't had the chance to meet a lot of the second gen Rangers yet.
Not even like Johnny Young Bosch. I mean, he's like everywhere.
He's everywhere, but he's actually coming back to Georgia for Ranger stuff this year. So
Johnny Young Bosch is a voice actor.
Yeah, he plays Ichigo.
He's Ichigo in Bleach, and now he's the new Broly in the video.
Yeah, he's the new Broly now.
That dude, he's probably the busiest out of all of them.
And I'll show you.
And then Jason David Frank after him.
Yeah, I've met him 4 times.
I've always wanted to meet Jason David Frank.
But Johnny Young Bosch, I mean, he's in everything. Like,
and actually, this is a quest my fiance gave me from last year's Ranger Stop. In this here, I have a duplicate of the 10th anniversary episode Forever Red script signed by the In Space Red Ranger. My goal is to get every Red Ranger.
I was gonna say you got to get every Red Ranger on there, single one.
Did you get the original Red Ranger to sign?
So that I got that after I met him already.
Okay.
So I got to meet him again to do it.
That would be badass. Just like set a goal and do that.
My goal is to get every Red Ranger to sign that Forever Red.
Does the actor who plays Rocky do a lot of conventions?
Yes, he does.
He does.
Mm-hmm. He was at Ranger Stop last year too.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah.
Sylvester
the one Red Ranger that's going to be
not Sylvester Stallone Rocky, the Red Ranger who
the second Steve Cardonis.
I didn't watch second gen. I only watched first.
He was the Red Ranger that took over after Austin St. John left.
No, you know who he is because you saw the first movie. He was in the first movie, Ronnie.
He was the Red Ranger in the movie with Ivan Ooze.
It wasn't Austin St. Jones?
No,
Austin J. That was because Ivan Ooze took place in midway through season 2 and season 3 of Power Rangers.
I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I guess I didn't know who he is.
Yeah,
but yeah, no.
His name was Rocky?
Yeah,
that was his character's name. Yeah, it's Rocky.
Wow, I don't remember that at all.
And then if you saw the Turbo movie, he was supposed to be the Blue Ranger, but then the kid took over because he hurt himself.
Oh, is that the story?
Mm-hmm. Same person.
Oh, I didn't know that was the reason why he left the show.
No. The reason why they left the show is because they wanted the kid in it, but they had to find a way to write him out, and he injured himself in the movie.
So he didn't legit injure himself. No. Okay. I didn't like the fact that kid became the Power Ranger.
The downside though about that Red Ranger quest, the hardest one that's going to be to get signed for that one is going to be the Wild Force Red Ranger because he's in jail because he stabbed his roommate.
Oh, I remember that.
It must
So
have been
find
like
out
a
what
morphin.
prison he's in, and
It must have been a morphin. It must
Hey,
have been a morphin fight.
I know you're probably not in the mood, but I need the sign so I can complete just a life goal of
actually,
mine.
hold on. That might not be a good idea though, because it might bring the value down if you
Good
get
point.
his signature.
You get a criminal.
But yeah, no, I got right now. The only signature that's on it is from the In Space Red Ranger, who played Andros.
He's probably fighting villains in jail right now, and he's going like, "It's morphin
But yes.
time."
But yeah,
Well, he lost his. Technically, when a ranger admits that he's a Power Ranger or uses his powers for bad or evil, their powers get stripped away, right?
not based on the new comics. The comics are really good. If you ever have a chance to read the Boom Studio comics, they're actually freaking.
Aren't they published by Marvel?
No, Boom Studio.
Well, I could have sworn Marvel Studios.
Marvel was
Power Rangers.
was a publisher for the original Power Ranger comics
Okay,
back in the '90s, which
that's
were
not
awful.
bad. All right, and Marvel publishes Star Wars now.
Yeah, they do Star Wars.
Well, that's because it's all owned by Disney.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Is it true that Kevin Feige took over Marvel Comics too?
Yeah, he does. He controls Marvel Comics now.
Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No, that's not. It's not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing either.
Yeah, he's now CEO and he controls that Marvel Comics.
Here's the thing: like, you'll be able to streamline everything more because that's what he does. That's what Kevin Feige does. Is he streamlines everything. But
Well, a lot of the comic books are pretty canon to the movies now.
right?
They're
Because they're streamlining it. And the other thing too is like people have to remember Kevin Feige is a huge nerd and he's a massive fan of Marvel. Like he's been involved in Marvel for 20 plus years. You know?
Since the original X-Men, he was only like an assistant.
Yeah, he's been doing this forever. He helped out on the original Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire. That's how he met Amy Pascal, and like he's been involved in all this stuff. So I don't see it as a bad thing.
He's been the one behind the strings at all times.
Yeah,
I don't like Avi Arad though. Avi Arad.
I don't think anybody likes him. If you're a Spider-Man fan, I don't think you like him. That's
everything Spider-Man related. He's got to touch it.
Yeah,
I'm glad he didn't touch the game.
And every time he does, he messes something up.
I hate him. Sorry.
So, anyways, going back to the Avengers.
Going back to the Avengers game.
Well, it's Marvel related, so I figured that.
Well, but we went off to Power Rangers there for a good while. As far as the Avengers game goes, I feel like I want them to fix the character models. That was always the biggest thing that bothered me.
Yep, they look pretty bad. Even Iron Man looks awful.
I'm okay with them if they fix them. Okay, I can see they don't look great, but I was still looking forward to it. What I don't want them to do, I don't want them to model them off the MCU, just to make fans happy, because that's what people are bitching about.
Bruce Banner looks very close to the.
I mean, Bruce Banner will. I mean, that's a pretty simple character model.
Well, he looks really close to like the 2012 Bruce Banner.
Yeah. It's just one. It's one of those things. I don't want them to make them look like the MCU, because that means they gave into too much fan. Like, they don't look like RDJ. They don't look like this. It's like,
don't make them look like RDJ.
I'd be okay if they were modeled after the actors. I'd be okay if they were modeled after the comic book characters.
Yes,
but they're not modeled after anybody. They just made their own. Scarlett Johansson looks, or not Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow. I'm still like stuck on Scarlett Johansson.
Black Widow looks weird.
Black Widow looks bad.
Yeah, she looks
really
like a
weird.
Dude.
The one I actually don't like the most would probably be Thor. I feel that model is really awful.
I don't like his hair. His hair looks weird in Thor.
I don't like his costume. It looks like he's wearing like if you go to like a grandmother's house and you see those old dinner plates. Omni's freaking out. Like his camera is like all.
He's having a seizure.
No, I'm not.
Oh yeah, your camera is all.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
You're
stuck there.
Restart your camera.
Nailed it.
And now there you go. There you go.
So.
That's funny. I'm sorry. That was
You
funny.
killed Ronnie.
Oh my god! You woke me up a little bit too, because I'm actually kind of tired.
Mission accomplished.
You
should be happy I don't have my I ended up downloading it again just for the lulls of it, but I have voice mod. You should be happy I don't have that activator right now.
What kind of voices do you have on there?
It changes daily. I only got the free one, so.
Oh man, I wanna have like a stream deck. I don't know how to use it, but like I think it'd be cool to have a stream deck.
I like mine. It's nice.
What do you think of the gameplay that was in the Avengers? Like from what we've seen,
So-
It's weird.
All right, I'll let him start. You go first.
I think it looks a little iffy and janky.
okay.
Like the character controls look really funky. Like they look really weird, and it doesn't feel organic or natural. It doesn't feel like it has like a flow to it. It feels very narrow and one way. Like
right.
there's not a lot. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of space or openness
Okay.
to like navigate these characters. So like to compare it to like Spider-Man, and I know Spider-Man's a totally different character. These people should have a little bit more freedom to roam. The controls should look, a lot better. They should have this. There should be like this natural flowness to the way the characters like move and interact and fight and stuff like that. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah. And I agree with that. I do 100% agree that it should have a little bit more openness. Now, mind you, I wonder if some of those are just like what they showed were more or less just tech demo levels, or if that's actual like game levels.
What I fear is this game is going to be is very level based, where like everything that you do with the
it's mission based. They've confirmed that.
Right. It's mission based. I'm saying, but it looks very linear.
Yeah.
And I don't really like linear based kind of games. Like, I'm sorry.
So you would want an open world like Spider-Man or Batman?
Yeah, an open world
City.
Avengers
I'm not gonna lie. I would like that would be my
doesn't-
dream. Yeah.
Apparently, it doesn't seem feasible at this point, but it looks very linear.
Unless that might be why they pushed it back that far.
If that was how the game was going to be, where it was going to be open world and you get to choose whatever character you wanted to, then at that point I probably would have been excited for it. But seeing this, what we saw in the gameplay footage and trailers and stuff like that, doesn't look like it's fun. It looks just like a regular beat 'em up to me.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. A linear beat 'em up with funky, janky controls. That's what it looks like, man.
And I think it would be very weird to go from playing like to playing as Hulk to then playing as Iron Man, where you're flying around. Like the controls don't seem like they would be streamlined
That's the thing.
enough. Yeah.
No natural flow to it. It's just no streamlining at all.
Because I mean, it's different if you pick one character and you're playing that character the entire game versus constantly changing characters and then having to learn the new characters' actions and how they combo and then it's basically relearning it every single time. That was the problem I had with Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry 5 was a good game. It was fun, but I had that problem because I had to like learn how to play as Dante, learn how to play as Virgil, learn how to play as V, and it was just, or not Virgil, I'm sorry, Nero, and it was just weird for me to constantly switch between all of them. That I was just like, fuck it, I'm just button mashing the entire time now because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I feel like that's how the Avengers is going to be so far, and again, like I said, as far as the character models go, I know that they're not going to do it based off of the movie actors because they'd have to pay for likeness rights. That's a lot of money.
Like the likeliness, yeah.
That is a lot of money. But I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but for me, I'd be more inclined to appreciate if it was based off of how the characters look in the comic books. The character designs just look generic. They don't look good at all, especially with technology how we have it now. I mean, look at a game like Resident Evil 2 Remake or Resident Evil 3 where they're using photorealistic technology for things. Like, you can do that now.
Detroit Become Human.
Yeah. I mean, you can do that with PS4 technology or Xbox One technology. Why do these characters look like they're cartoon models? That's my
They don't look like they were created. Like, they don't look like they're based off of any person or actor.
Right, exactly. And that's the biggest thing that bothered me about it.
They were just created from the floor up,
Yeah, because I mean, especially you take a look at a game like Spider-Man. Spider-Man, the way that they did Peter Parker, like that looks like Peter Parker. I get it.
They're actors. They're all models.
Right. And it flowed better, and I think that's one of the things like a lot of people are expecting the Avengers game to be like Spider-Man. And I don't think it's going to be anywhere near that. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Again, I didn't even play Spider-Man, but that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the heck out of Spider-Man.
But do you think Avengers is going to, like, they're trying to be like Spider-Man?
I honestly, like, gameplay-wise, no. Now, do we know the true reason why they're pushing the game back? We will never know.
Yeah.
They won't ever, unless they specifically come out and say, hey, yeah, we kind of agree with you. The model sucked, or hey, we understand you guys want a little bit more open worldness. Like,
well, and also we live now in an age post the Sonic redesign. So if fan outrage,
I was really worried about. Yeah, like I'm happy Sonic, like the team that behind that movie did that. Right. But now
their studio is closed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like stuff like that. It's like
I wasn't shocked when I heard like such a big company such as Paramount, decided, to agree that, hey, let's take this character back and redesign it because apparently the fans are not happy with this. I wasn't shocked. That doesn't happen.
Well,
usually movie production shit about that.
Even the creator of Sonic didn't approve of it.
Of course he hated it. Oh my god, he slammed that shit. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
So I mean, and then that's the thing. So if a company goes and redesigns the characters like that, then at that point you have to support the characters, or you have to support the companies because they listened. So I'm gonna go watch the Sonic movie. I'm gonna go take my kids. And
I'm watching it too.
We're gonna go watch it. Now if Square Enix goes and fixes, which it's not Square Enix, it's who's the studio? Crystal Studios, I think. For
yeah.
So if they go
Square
and
Enix.
No, it's not Square Enix. Square Enix is the publisher. Square Enix.
Yeah, it's Crystal Studios or whatever it is.
Yeah. So, yeah. So if they go ahead and they fix the character models, then I might be more inclined to buy the game. But again, at the same time I don't feel like if it's gonna be a linear game, how long is it really gonna be? Is it gonna be worth my money being a $60 title?
Well, then, guys, if you guys don't want to buy it, you guys can come see it on my channel because I'm still buying it anyways because I love the Avengers.
And
I'll buy it and I'll entertain the idea because,
Well, I mean, stuff. Ronnie, I was going to say, I mean, you do comic book stuff, so you're kind of like obligated to buy it, in my opinion.
Yep, in a way. And I'll give my honest opinion.
And you really should. You really should. Like, you should tear everything. You being a comic book aficionado, you really should take that game, tear it down, see like what fits the comics and like what they could have done better, like all of that stuff. That's really what you should be doing. Me, it's an easy pass. I'm it doesn't affect me one way or the other that it did get pushed back, but
yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to it because the thing that actually sort of got me a little bit more into it. Like I was already like intrigued by the idea because I do love the Avengers, and I was like, I'm looking forward to it as that kind of just, let me just play an Avengers game. Let me see what this would be like. Right. Is actually the armor system in the game is actually very reminiscent of Destiny and how their armor system works.
Is it?
So, yeah, like it's every armor gives you a sort of a power level per se, or like a gear level.
Okay.
So, like, even though it's a mission-based game, if you're not high enough gear level, you're gonna struggle. Man. So, like that was the thing that kind of, I'm like,
a mobile game.
That's cool. I like it, and the fact that there are like many different outfits, of course, for all the characters throughout the history of the Marvel series. It's gonna be pretty interesting. Like they've already showed off like different Iron Man suits. They showed off a few different of Hulk's outfits and all that stuff. They actually have Mobster Hulk in it, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I said, it's stuff like that. I want to see that stuff. Like that's what I'm looking at right now.
Right.
Am I going to get the collector's edition if they offer one? No, I'm just going to get the base game. I'm not going to do what I did with. I'm not going to repeat what I did with Fallout 76.
I was going to say that wouldn't be a good idea.
Now, mind you, if it's a giant Iron Man statue, they have my money instantly.
So going to, I guess, the last game on the list here, Cyberpunk 2077. That got pushed back from April 16th to September 17th.
Wow.
And this one has an interesting reason for it. Whether or not this is a true reason is a whole nother story, but it's interesting nonetheless. They're saying that the reason why it got pushed back is because the Xbox cannot handle the game.
Why am I not surprised?
Oh man, I heard there's like a brick wall as far as graphic fidelity on the Xbox. Like they've hit a brick wall.
The CPU on the Xbox, the original Xbox One, not the Xbox One X, what is it, the Xbox One S or whatever, I don't know. But anyways, the base
Xbox One sad.
Yeah. The base Xbox cannot handle the graphical powers and cannot handle the CPU processing for Cyberpunk.
Save that game for the Xbox then.
What's that?
Just
save that game for the Xbox then.
They don't have it come out. You mean like
let it release for the Xbox? That's what I'm trying to say. It's called the Xbox.
Oh, the new generation. Yeah,
Series X.
If they do that, that pushes it back years because then they have to develop it for the new generation.
Oh shit!
Because it's complete
well,
different. Oh,
if Microsoft did backwards compatibility, we wouldn't have that problem.
They are doing backwards compatibility.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Well, then we shouldn't have a problem.
Well, it's because they want the games to be running on all Xboxes, like from Xbox Ones to Series X. So they want all the games to be running, and in order to do that, because the original Xbox was way underpowered, especially compared to the PS4 at the time, and it's not looking pretty. So they have to find a way to descale it or lower the resolution or something. They have to find a way to do it so that way they can adjust the settings if you're playing in a regular Xbox.
These consoles right now, they run like abysmal processors. They have the Jaguar cores in there, and they're so antiquated. Really, it's really
they
ridiculous.
are. But just imagine the Xbox One, the original one, was even more antiquated than the PS4.
Of course, it only ran like 900 by 900 H. Like what's it called? 900p. Did he? No, 720p. It couldn't even do 1080 at the beginning when it came out. It was ridiculous. And then the PlayStation was able to do like 940p or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know, but I mean it's a crazy situation and
pretty bad.
I mean, I kind of like, again, I'm glad it's getting pushed back because to be able to play that game next to Final Fantasy VII, which is going to take a long time for me to play, I won't have time for that. So I'm really glad it's getting pushed back all the way to September.
Gives us time to save and prepare.
Gives us time to prepare and because around that time too, that's a good time to release games because we have the new generation coming out of consoles around that time. So companies are not going to be pushing out any new games for the current gen around that time. They're going to be focusing on next gen. So you're going to around that September, November time, you're going to be seeing Xbox sexes and you're going to be seeing PS5s all over the place with whatever games get released for that. And Maria's dancing right next to me.
She's there?
Yeah, she just walked in because she's getting something from the room.
Hi, Maria.
She can't hear you.
Well, tell her
I'm
we
wearing
said
a
hi.
headset.
Tell her I said hi anyways.
Tell her we said hi anyways.
Ronnie and Omnitoast say hi.
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 You're being loud in my ears for no reason.
Hi. Hey, there's a hand right there. She did the Squidward, where like she just does this. And then like you see SpongeBob, everybody cheers, and then Squidward, like there's ooh.
My ears hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I hate you guys.
Oh boy.
I hate you guys so much.
Oh boy.
And yet you keep doing this with us.
I know. I must be like a masochist or glutton for punishment.
Love you lots.
No, you
Love
don't.
you
Shut
lots.
up. Shut up.
Yes, I do.
I hate you guys so goddamn much.
That's what you get for
That
being
explains
family.
why you. That explains why you never pop into my streams that much anymore.
That's exactly the reason. Plus, I don't have notifications set on for.
Yeah,
for
Chris pops in my stream for like 2 minutes and he's gone. So don't feel bad, Omnitoast.
That's
I mean-
not true.
That is true. I pop in your streams for like maybe an hour, 30 minutes.
That's not true.
It is true.
No, I'm in your stream for 1 minute. Get it right.
No, you're a liar.
Look,
No,
I'll
man.
leave it open.
You
Okay.
you were not in my no, that's not support. You were in my stream
I
last
mean,
night
it
for Last of Us.
technically is support.
You
I will
only
take that.
sent one message. You said, "Yay, Ronnie," and I'm like, "That's it. Nothing."
No,
you weren't talking
no,
to me.
I stayed
you were
there,
even no, you liar.
I stayed in the stream at least for another 10 minutes. I was just in the middle of doing stuff.
That's what they call it. That's what they call it now.
Anywho, so I actually looked up to see what the collector's edition for Avengers was. Actually, it's not a bad
Omni,
bundle
no.
per se.
Omni, no. Don't do it.
It comes with a
Don't do this
statue.
to
It
me.
comes with a statue of Captain America.
Omni, don't do it.
Omni, I'm gonna quote Hawkeye from Endgame. Don't do this. Don't give me hope.
Wait. Is the collector's edition available at GameStop?
I don't think it said it was available at GameStop, right? I think
Or
it's
is it
just
Square Enix?
it's just called the Marvel Avengers Earth Mightiest Edition.
Because I was gonna
Earth
say if
Mightiest
it's available at GameStop to buy, just wait. You're gonna see a whole ton of them there. It's gonna be like Jump Force, dude.
Jump Force didn't do so well, did it?
No, I called that. I called that shit from a mile
Dude,
away.
I knew it wasn't because those
It was
and
garbage,
You
wasn't
want to talk about models that look like crap?
Yeah, freaking Jump Force is bad.
What's up with the coloring and the weird shading of Jump Force characters? Everything looks so weird.
Here's the thing with anime characters. Sometimes they can translate well into 3D models.
Apparently
Other
not.
times they're Rukia and cannot.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I mean, there's so many other characters that just didn't translate well into the 3D model aspect of it. Like, Naruto was fine. Goku was a little weird.
Yes, he was. JoJo's
Frieza,
were pretty bad.
Frieza was really weird. Vegeta was okay. I actually liked Vegeta's model in Jump Force. But, you know, you had a lot of just weird looking characters. Like, it's like, these are the characters that I'm used to. It just doesn't look right. You know? That's why, like, I think Jump Force should have been like a 2D fighter, kind of like Dragon Ball Fighters. But if they wanted to do an arena fighter, they could have done it like that, like a 2.5D where it's like 2D models on a 3D platform. They could have easily done something like that. But no, they wanted to do full 3D rendered for everything. It was just weird. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how Avengers comes out. Like I said, I mean, if you're thinking about getting the collector's edition, I would wait because GameStop will probably be overrun with them. Like a GameStop near me has at least 3 collector's editions of Jump Force that they can't get rid of.
That sounds about right. I mean, heck, I told you the story a few weeks ago, about a month. It was about a month ago now. But my friend came up from Florida where he moved down to grab a few more things from his house, and we ended up going to a GameStop that was going out of business.
Wow.
And I ended up getting the Destiny 2 Forsaken Collector's Edition, the one with the Kate 6 statue, for like what normally was a $90 collector's edition. I got it for $30.
I remember that. Well, I mean, that happens. Look, I don't want GameStops around me to go out of business, but if a GameStop's going out of business around me, I'm there like in a heartbeat. I'm gonna clean house.
Why is that?
I'm gonna clean house.
Everything's like 40 to 50% off, including games.
Yeah, like I would grab a whole ton of collector's editions and flip them on eBay in a heartbeat. Because that's, I mean, I used to do that anyways, but yeah. But as far as the rest of the games, are there any other games that you guys are looking forward to that you're like, you absolutely have to get?
Well, Animal Crossing is one of them because it's such a chill game. First of all, I can play that game in my bed. There is this sense of progress, but it doesn't matter where you're at. So, like, I can progress while I don't live stream, and then I can continue where I left off when I get back to the live stream. And I'm like, I can just say, hey, I just did this while I was off live stream, and it's such a chill, laid back game.
Yeah,
and I don't. It doesn't require a lot of my attention. Okay, I have like the attention capacity of an ant. So I think this is perfect for me, and I can't wait to live stream the shit out of that.
I'm gonna tell you, as a streamer, it's really hard to play story-driven games on live stream.
Of course, you can't focus.
Right.
I mean, it's hard for me to focus on Last of Us.
you're focused on the chat. You're missing a lot of the plot from the game because you want to interact with everybody on stream, and and so like that's why I didn't play Death Stranding on live stream because.
I haven't played Death Stranding yet.
It's such a story-driven game that I want my attention to be on Death Stranding, and it's just I can't focus on the story if I'm live streaming because it's just too much to do, and you know, for story-driven games such as that, I have to put all my focus. But for games like you said, Animal Crossing, that's a very stream friendly game. Like
Of course.
you can just
You can lay back,
yeah,
relax.
exactly, and you can interact with people who enjoy Animal Crossing. Omni, anything that like you really have to get? Like, what is your game that you absolutely have to get this year besides Avengers?
Shut up. Honestly, that stuff. Cyberpunk is still probably number one on my list. Honestly, like
That's
let's
gonna
be
be
real.
so good.
Cyberpunk's definitely number one, and of course, like I said before, Final Fantasy, because it's the game that I beat when I was a kid, and it's in a whole new style, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I had somebody leave a comment on one of my videos. They're like, "How dare you not mention Cyberpunk?" Like, I was naming off a bunch of games that were coming out this year, like, because I think I was saying that there's a whole bunch of games and not enough money. And they're like, "How dare you not name Cyberpunk? That game's gonna revolutionize gaming." I'm like, not really.
I don't know.
I'm like, it's
I don't know.
gonna be good, but I don't know about revolutionize
be-
gaming.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be good. I don't think it's gonna be that.
Some people are just full of it, man. They really.
It's gonna be a gorgeous game. Let's be real. It's gonna be stunning. It's gonna be great.
At what capacity is Keanu Reeves playing a role in that game?
Oh, he's a major role.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, can you play as him?
No,
No.
you have your
No,
own
no.
character.
You have your own character, but the Keanu's character plays apparently a very major role in this game.
He's a good guy, right?
I don't know. I don't
We
think
have no idea on that
I
one
don't
right
think
now.
they've said it. But
Yeah, we have no idea who's good, who's bad. We really don't know any of the morale. Like, we don't even know if there's like a morality thing in that game yet.
I'm debating whether or what system I want to get Cyberpunk on. Like, do I want to get it on PS4 or do I want to get it on my PC? Because it would be probably graphic wise the best to get it on my PC. Because then I have control of the graphical settings on it. But then at the same time, I would probably want to upgrade my GPU for that game. So to me, it's a tough one to figure out like how I want to play it. Because I know, Omni, you play Destiny on your PC, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it makes a difference between.
Yeah, and actually, I've actually found a way to make an even better difference through OBS.
Oh, really?
So I was actually talking to Pilk about this on the way home from the Twitch Atlanta meetup. So apparently NVIDIA has the ability, if I put a second graphics card in here, it doesn't have to be a top of the line, oh my god, I have a 2080 in here. If I get even just a standard little 4 gig, like 1660 or 1650.
For your stream?
Yeah, I can actually set OBS to that second graphics card. The
Yeah.
first graphics card can run at full power, and I can be happy, and I don't have to have a second computer.
Yep.
Really
Yep.
interesting.
I could have told you that.
Yeah, I didn't know about that until Pilk. Like, I was like, man, I really want to play games that, like, that's always been my big issue is, like, when I play games on my rig, I love my computer. It does everything I need it to do, but I have to dumb down graphics a lot of the time to play games properly.
Well, see,
And
I mean, okay, so the idea would be to probably have your camera, and like you said, your stream rendering through your GPU. Like for me, when I live stream, I render everything through my CPU. Except my camera and the games run through my GPU, but like the camera doesn't really take up that much power out of the GPU, and
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of it is the CPU doing the work for the stream.
yeah,
Because
Yep.
my graphics card's not powerful enough to be able to stream, like render the stream and play the games, and that's, you know, I'm not. It's a 1066 gig, so it runs every game that I throw at it on high settings just fine. But when I try to stream, like you just said, if I had a second graphics card, yeah, that would help tremendously.
yeah, that's what I'm aiming to do. That's my next, like, go-to, like, thing right now. I was going to get a new microphone. I was going to do some stuff like that, but, because right now, one of my streaming friends here in Georgia, he showed me a cool XLR stuff and all that stuff that he uses, and he's a radio broadcaster, and it's like maybe $200 for both pieces. That if I really wanted to get like into the entry level stages for it, so. But I was like, okay, I can hold that off. If this graphics card thing works, I can hold that off for right now.
Yeah, see, I messed around with the whole XLR thing because I have all that stuff from my band. So like I actually set it all up before with a mixer board, with a Mackie Pro FX 12 mixer board on my table, and it took up way too much room. It's too many cables, and I was like, this is a pain in the ass. You know what? I'm just going back to my USB mic. Screw it. So yeah, I think you're okay with your Blue Yeti, Omni. So
I just gotta figure out how to make it apparently sound better, because
yeah, I don't know how the settings are where you have it, like the the gain on the microphone versus like how your OBS settings are and stuff like that. Because like Ronnie sounds crystal clear. A lot of times, Omni, you kind of sound a little bit like you're speaking through a megaphone.
Well, I mean, I do have this on it. I don't know if that's done anything for it.
No, because that's there to reduce the air. That's your pop filter.
This is your closest and your siblings.
Yeah.
It's
So
it's actually
so yeah, there's got to be something in your settings that makes you sound like you're speaking to a megaphone.
who knows? I'll figure it out one day.
But anyways, guys, I think that's gonna be. I think we tackled pretty much like everything here as far as like
Yeah, we did.
the
Awesome.
pushbacks or delays and stuff like that. I mean, who was it that said it? Sakurai from Nintendo said it best.
What did he say?
What was it? A game that is rushed is forever bad.
Yep.
I forgot the other half of it. If you want to look that saying up, but I mean, I forgot the rest of it. But it was, that's true though. People remember the bad stuff, and we want to remember the good stuff. We don't want a Fallout 76 or an Anthem to happen anymore. And I think those failures needed to happen so gaming could improve.
Got it.
Well, yeah. Without failure, there's no success.
Right.
You need to fail to succeed.
And
Happened.
Star Wars Battlefront did that. They monetized that game like there was no tomorrow, and it made the gaming community become aware of the shady monetization practices that companies started doing. And so like all of that needed to happen to improve.
Did Fallen Order have a lot of monetization?
No, Fallen Order had none.
And
Fallen Order was a lot of fun to play.
And EA developed that game?
EA was a publisher. It was developed by Respawn.
Okay, good. 'Cause I hate EA. I don't like them.
Well, I mean, it's all owned by. It's all owned by EA. They have the publishing rights to all Star Wars games. Why Disney allows that, I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe they do it for cheap. I don't know. But
yeah,
whatever the case is, I mean, it's all of that stuff. All of those failures needed to happen so we could have these games that are coming out and these developers get a little bit smarter and pushing these games back to make them better to what we as fans expect them to be.
Yeah.
So, I think that's going to be it for the topic until the next one.
All right, guys.
Hopefully we get to
Thank you.
Have some more people on here.
Yeah, I'll be up.
Kick Ronnie off the podcast.
Cool. That's fine.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for hanging out today, as always. And visit Omni on his channel, which he does more Twitch stuff now.
Yep.
And Ronnie, who's been live streaming more often on his channel. All links will be
I'm
in the description.
I'm gonna go live stream right now after this.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go visit for a minute.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And I will just sit there and lurk because that's all I do in anyone's stream.
I don't like lurkers, man. I feel like you're just watching me.
That's the point.
That's still a view.
I know.
Lurkers are good, Ronnie. You want lurkers, trust me.
You want?
And then I say, hey, say something. You guys, bunch of assholes.
Don't point it out, Ronnie.
I won't.
We got to get.
No, I don't say that. I don't say that. I ignore the view count now. I don't say.
Don't start yelling at your streamers like that chick did. To donate and
that
stuff.
chick was the worst. I heard about it.
An hour?
$5? You don't have $5.
That was great.
$5.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, first of all, shut up.
I do this for free and it's fun.
I'm like, second of all, you have like 70,000 followers. Shut up.
Hey, apparently it worked though, because she went from 10 subscribers to 80 something after that. That's
sad. Honestly, that means her viewers are sheep.
How do I grow my Twitch following? How do I grow my Twitch following?
Just by streaming.
You have to wear very low cut shirts.
No.
No, I'm serious.
Just by streaming and promoting yourself. That's it.
I've been streaming every not every day, but I've been streaming very often now, and I have not gained any subscribers for.
Have you twerked on stream yet?
I thought about it. I really contemplated that, and I don't know if people want to see my hair.
Oceans is just like, how do I shut Omni up now?
All right.
Oh, God.
All right, Omni, get you and your Blue Yeti microphone out. All right, let's go.
All right, guys. We're out. We will all I'll see you all later on. Peace out, everybody.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.